What's up, amigos? If you've told me like a year ago that we'll see white British crowd protesting against the institutionalized anti-white racism within the police, I would not believe. But this is what's happening right now. In England, is going crazy right now. The white people are going on the street protesting against this institution that is racist against white people. This is incredible. Let me show to you something that you may not know it's happening, and you're gonna find out right now. Let me show you.
He was an innocent young man. Thank the Home Secretary and thank you, Mr. Speaker, for ensuring the government came to the House today. The murder of Henry Nowak is devastating for his family. He was an innocent young man on the way home when he was brutally killed. Henry's family have suffered an unimaginable loss, and I know the thoughts of the whole House will be with them all. The evil murderer, Vikram Digwa, lied from start to finish, including a false allegation of racism. But on arriving at the scene, the police appeared more concerned with the accusation of racism and even the possibility that Digwa himself was injured than they were in helping Henry. Henry told the police he could not breathe 9 times. He told them he had been stabbed 4 times. The response from the officer, we've all heard, was to say, "I don't think you have, mate." Henry was handcuffed and dragged across the ground as he lay dying. Can you imagine what he must have felt as he cried out for help and was ignored, as the officers who should have worked to save him instead handcuffed him and inquired after the welfare of his killer, standing just inches away? Henry's dad, Mark, said this: "Henry did not die with dignity. He did not die with the care he deserved. He lost consciousness before anyone believed him." So we need the IOPC to urgently and transparently report into how it was the police attending were more concerned with the accusation of racism than they were in helping a dying man. Mr. Speaker, we cannot tolerate a situation where false allegations of racism by criminals.
This is sad, and this is true. The police, they're more worried about the accusations of racism than the life-threatening situation of the white guy. And we all know if he wasn't a white guy, this would not have happened. So is this an institutionalized racism against white people? People say you cannot have racism against white people because the institutions all belong to white people. This is their argument. Listen, I am a Latino, as you can see. And I told you in the previous video, we don't have a white privilege anymore. We have a white disadvantage. It's a disadvantage being white right now. When I talk to my white friends, and if they could write in a paper, they would rather put they are not white. So this cannot continue. And I've seen the same problem in America. And I'm shocked. I'm going to show to you guys the protest is going crazy right now. Going crazy right now as we speak. But would that happen in America? Would Americans go out anti-white racism in America? Because this is happening in America right now. And people are quiet. The media is quiet. No one wants to talk about it. And we need to talk about it. You need to help us to spread this. And that's a big problem right now. Listen to what he says right now.
Are believed. We cannot allow the colour of someone's skin to be a consideration in how the police or other public services treat people. And yet this has happened. Just recently, we learned that Valdo Calicone, who murdered 3 people in Nottingham, was not sectioned by mental health professionals because they thought there was, and I quote, an over-representation of young black males in mental health detention. The consequent failure to section Valdo Calicone in part because he was black, led directly to the murder of 3 innocent people. The head teacher of Axel Radicubana was accused of racist stereotyping when she described Radicubana as a threat to safety, and the risk assessment was watered down. Radicubana, of course, went on to stab and murder 3 young girls at a Southport dance class. But Mr. Speaker, this has not happened by accident. It is enshrined in the police's own policy documents. The police anti-racism commitment, published in March 2025 by the NPCC and the College of Policing, urges police forces to reverse engineer the same arrest rates between ethnic groups, even though the offending rates are different, by treating different ethnic groups differently. Let that sink in for a moment. An official police document actually says people should be treated differently based on the colour of their skin. I've said before at this dispatch box at least twice, that document should be withdrawn. The dangerous ideology of so-called anti-racism, allowing people to be treated differently based on race, must end. Extreme activists have hijacked the policy-making process, and this is where it has led. It has no place in policing. It has no place anywhere. So does the Home Secretary agree that the so-called police anti-racism commitment must urgently be withdrawn? It is morally wrong, and it is dangerous as well. Police forces must focus on catching criminals and keeping the public safe. They must simply treat everyone exactly the same. I want to finish with Mark Nowak's words yesterday, Henry's father. He said this: Henry was 18. He was kind, ambitious, loved, and full of promise. He had his whole life ahead of him. But that future was stolen from him, and no verdict and no sentence will ever give it back. Mr. Speaker, it is true that nothing can bring Henry back, but let us make sure that no one ever again experiences what Henry did in his last tragic moments.
So you can see the documents, official documents, are racist. The police official documents are racist against white people. Look at the protests.
Now when people do stuff like this, are you?
Disgusting. It's disgusting. Yeah, but see how you all...
There is a part where they ask them to kneel down, because when George Floyd died, the police in England, they all got in their knee for that, and now they don't want to get in their knee for the white guy who also died in the same manner.
Bloody hell, take the knee and pay your respect for Henry.
Yeah.
Your officers assisted in that man's death. I've drove for...
So we have the protest everywhere. Look at this. Let's look at the protest. I already showed this to you. Look.
On your knees! On your knees! On your knees! On your fucking knees! Get on your knees!
You can see
I can't breathe! 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 I can't breathe!
you see that the situation is getting worse and worse. I wonder if they're gonna have a civil war or something happen.
Shame on you! 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 Shame on you!
Yeah, I honestly, I'm surprised that actually people are going on the street and doing this. And this is This is really good surprise. Thank God. The media is still hiding. Where is Washington Post? Where is ABC? Where is CNN? Where is New York Times? Where are these people talking about the white guy who couldn't breathe? When George Floyd died, and I didn't wish his death, you saw it everywhere, in every single newspaper, every single TV, radio station, everywhere in the world. And now we don't see it. So we need to continue to spread the news. We need to continue to talk about Henry Nowak, because this is very, very sad. May God bless you. May God bless America.